Today we are discussing 6 reasons why VA might reduce your disability rating. To begin, the Department of Veterans Affairs assigns disability ratings that ensure each veteran is being compensated for their current level of disability. If VA identifies evidence suggesting a condition has improved or anticipates that that condition may improve over time, VA can schedule a reevaluation of the veteran's condition and potentially reduce their disability rating. It is important to note that veterans have a right to due process and that VA must consider all previous and new evidence when planning to reduce a rating. The law protects veterans from unjustified rating reductions. VA outlines the criteria for reducing ratings in 38 CFR 3.344. Generally, a rating reduction must 1. Be based on a review of the veteran's entire medical history. 2. VA must show there's been an actual change in the disability since the last rating decision. 3. VA must show the change in disability reflects a sustained improvement in the veteran's ability to function under the ordinary conditions and stressors of life and work. And 4. The veteran must undergo a thorough compensation and pension examination. However, before reducing a veteran's rating, VA must send veterans a letter proposing that reduction of benefits. The following are 6 reasons why VA may propose to reduce your rating.
So the first reason is if VA identifies or receives new evidence, such as medical records, indicating a change in the severity of the veteran's disabling condition. If this happens, VA will propose a rating reduction and schedule an examination to evaluate the veteran's current level of disability to see if a rating reduction is warranted. And again, as Emma said, VA has to show that a condition has undergone actual, sustained, functional improvement under the ordinary conditions of life and work. So this means VA has to look at more than just the objective rating criteria that it would use for an increased rating claim. And the burden is on VA to show that a reduction is warranted.
A second reason is VA saw potential for improvement during the initial rating decision and scheduled a future re-examination. If VA sees potential for improvement in a veteran's condition when initially assigning a disability rating, the decision will note the veteran is subject to future examinations. If a veteran's disability is subject to reevaluation, VA may reduce the rating under a second examination. It's important to note that veterans must attend this exam if they wish to preserve their rating. If they do not attend, VA probably will reduce their disability rating based on their failure to extend the exam and the evidence of record.
Another reason why VA might reduce a rating is in the case of staged ratings. So this is where VA changes a disability rating based on the severity of the condition over a long period of time. So claims can take multiple years to be resolved. So VA will look at the severity of the condition over time and how it may have changed and rate the condition accordingly. So staged ratings can occur where a veteran's condition has worsened or improved between when they filed the claim and when that claim was finally adjudicated by VA.
Another time a rating might be reduced, and it's a little bit different than a regular reduction, is under temporary ratings. Veterans who are rendered temporarily incapacitated due to service-connected conditions can qualify for a temporary total VA rating of 100%. There are 3 types of temporary ratings: pre-stabilization, hospitalization, and convalescence. Since this rating is temporary, VA will typically schedule an exam to reevaluate the veteran's condition following the temporary total rating. Based on the results, VA will then propose to reduce the veteran's 100% rating to the appropriate disability level.
Relatedly, a 5th reason is in a case where a veteran is service-connected for an active cancer and that cancer goes into remission. So veterans who have an active malignant cancer are typically automatically assigned a 100% rating for as long as that cancer is active. And then following the successful completion of treatment, another 6 months of a total rating. And then after this period expires, VA will again afford the veteran an examination to evaluate the status of the cancer and evaluate based on its residuals. So this could lead to a rating reduction. It's important to ensure that veterans are being compensated for all their residuals of their cancer.
Another reason VA may reduce a veteran's rating is if their condition improves and they're found to be employable. So if you were entitled to TDIU and now are working, you might no longer be entitled to that total disability. So VA can only revoke TDIU status if actual employability is established by clear and convincing evidence. In other words, VA can only remove TDIU status if a veteran has been found capable of substantially gainful employment. It is important to note that for the employment to be considered substantially gainful, the veteran must be employed for at least 12 consecutive months and earning over the federal poverty threshold.
So now that we've gone over some possible reasons why VA may reduce a veteran's disability rating, it's really important to mention that VA makes mistakes and reduces ratings without meeting its burden under the law. If this happens to you, you have the ability to challenge the reduction, both when it's proposed and then after it's finalized.
To challenge a rating reduction, you must submit a timely response within VA's deadlines. Veterans have 60 days from the notification of the proposed rating reduction to submit evidence countering the reduction if they believe it's not warranted, and 30 days to request a hearing. If a veteran chooses to request a hearing, VA cannot issue a new rating decision until that hearing is held. This allows the veteran additional time to submit new evidence. However, requesting a hearing is not necessary to challenge a proposed rating reduction. Veterans can simply submit new evidence within 60 days.
So if after this process, VA does issue a final decision that reduces the veteran's disability rating, the veteran still has the opportunity to fight the reduction by filing an appeal. So you could request either a higher level review of the claim, submit new and relevant evidence with a supplemental claim appeal, or appeal to the Board of Veterans' Appeals by filing a notice of disagreement. Appealing a rating reduction can be challenging, so if VA does unfairly decide to reduce your rating, the experienced team of veterans advocates at Chisholm, and Kilpatrick may be able to help.
Thank you so much for tuning into this video. For more information on rating reductions and protected disability ratings, check out our blog post linked below. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more veteran-related content.